This is a twisted web.
This Thanksgiving,
Tell me everything.
gather the whole family for a killer good time.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's one of the year's absolute best films.
You guys fans?
Oh, yes.
Knives Out, rated PG-13.
Finally getting around to reviewing Daniel Craig's latest non-James Bond movie, which is a comedy, a humorous comical murder mystery called Knives Out. So we see Daniel Craig as we've rarely, if at all, seen him before in Lucky Logan, which I only heard of briefly. If you've seen the previews for Lucky Logan, he does have a southern accent, and I forget whether it's a deep south accent, but in this movie he has a deep south accent, Alabama-ish area-ish. He sounds kind of like Blanche Devereaux on Golden Girls. But anyway, of course, it's common and understandable for a lot of people to play people that aren't from their own countries, and so they talk in that character's accent. A lot of British and Australians, that's a big majority of people that play Americans in American movies. And this is one of the cases where they're playing American with a specialized American accent. It's a deep South accent, and his character is very interesting. He is a scene stealer in the leading role among a very well acted, well cast, interesting ensemble cast. Another big scene stealer is Chris Evans, the former Captain America. When he comes in, it's just wow. It's another one of the kind of, the plot thickens from time to time to keep it going, and one way it thickens is, when Chris Evans comes along, because you just want to, some of us just want to just punch him in the face, and it was just, he did such a good job of making some of us want to just, scratch his eyes out. And we also have Jamie Lee Curtis, who, for her part, also lent a lot of class to the role. She seemed very smart and classy, and as the plot keeps thickening, all these people, such as Don Johnson, who seems like a real nice guy, they show their true colors. Who really is nice? Who's being nice to other people, to the right people, with the intention of just really trying to be nice to themselves. So, and we can't forget about Christopher Plummer as the ill-fated patriarch who causes the Thrombey family thrombos, when after something happens to him. So of course this kind of, it's like, how's the family going to react? You find out, what's in the will, who's going to get the will, who isn't. And some people actually think this movie didn't have enough surprises, but what it had made sense without being all of that. I don't think it's even as predictable as the usual, mainstream commercial movie. And either way, it was amusing and it made sense. Plus, they kept it going because sometimes they'd be chasing someone, or they're chasing them, or somebody else in the car, or, you think they're arresting the wrong person, or are they? Because granted, nobody's perfect, even the cops, but, civilians, or, the cops are helping the private eye and stuff. The private eye played by Craig. And so you just gotta wait a minute to see if they're right or wrong, and who was right and who was wrong, and how come Don Johnson and all of them are being, some characters are how long are they gonna act all nice, and not all of them did anyway. So this is definitely a hilarious, well-paced comedy mystery delight. For over 2 hours they kept it going. It's got vulgar language and all that, but it's like the movie kind of invites you to try to figure out the clues, and when Daniel Craig says this or that, it's like, yeah, I think the director and all that assume that we're intelligent enough to catch on to say to have lots of aha moments. The movie gives us, it's like Daniel Craig has a lot of aha moments, and the audience gets involved in them. Also, the production design is of course real nice, as it has to be. The Thrombey estate is, of course, like many mansions and all that, full of brown, warm earth tones, very homey. So, of course, what happens in this movie it is something of a class struggle. Maybe not directly, maybe directly, depending on your point of view. But the point is that this is very well done, delightful movie, and I recommend it. It's very good. You see Daniel Craig and a lot of them as you never seen them before. So, in summary, go see this movie and make your own judgments. It's not as predictable as a few people think. Maybe they're big connoisseurs of mystery or something. But so yeah, I saw this after I came back from Las Vegas, and anyway, this is George saying see you at the movies, and save me the aisle seat. Ciao. And I'll review Star Wars pretty soon.